Maverick 100.9, Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss here with some girl talk today because I got my favorite gal, Adrian Johnston. Howdy.
Hi, girl.
It's so good to see you. And I had to first off tell you the single with you and Josh Abbott, we played the heck out of it, and it is still constantly stuck in my head.
Oh,
I'm
so glad.
It plays on repeat. It was so beautiful. You guys did such a great job, and I hope you are happy with the success of that single because I thought it was just wonderful.
Oh, absolutely. It did great. And it was such a cool career moment to do a song with Josh. And it's catchy and clever and just enough, from both ends of it. And then we got to record it. And I don't know, just the whole thing was it was a good process. So that was a really cool song to have to put on the list of things, cool moments to have.
And you're adding to that list. You just sent me household name. I need to know front to back what this is about.
Okay, so this is such a wild story, but it was sent to me by some fabulous writers that I've gotten to work with years and years ago, like right when I was starting to first write. And it was just kind of like, I always keep a folder of like demos and songs that have been pitched to me. And I've always said this, and I will always say this: the best song wins. If it's something I wrote or if it's something another writer wrote. And, rewind for a second, Josh and I wrote our duet and it was the best. So it won. And then fast forward to this song, and I heard it and I played it for Amy Rankin. And she had a 3-year-old. Emerson was 3 at the time. I didn't have JW yet. And she is just bawling, crying, listening to it. And I said, okay, that's it. We have to record that song. And we decided to do it before we were pregnant with JW. We recorded it when I was 7 months pregnant. So the song itself was a journey to what you hear today, because the transition from like the career household name and the mom household name is what the song's about. And I lived it while we created the song at the same time. So it's like, it still gives me like chilly bumps sometimes.
And it was pitched to you long before.
I think the girls wrote it in like 2014 or 2015. I mean, it's an old song from they sit in the bucket sometimes until the right person.
That is so wild, but good for you. And motherhood is not, well, you're no stranger to speaking on motherhood or business womanness.
Yeah.
Business womanness. So to find something that you could put into song and have that conversation with people daily, that's quite an accomplishment for you.
Thanks. I think we always hear there's so few and far between females in this industry. And well, it's because it's hard to be a mom and be on the road and to miss things like kids' muffins with mom on Thursday morning at school. And I've had a really hard time with, I want to go back out on the road, but I really want to be here for those sweet moments with him while he's little. And it's not because he's going to remember, it's because I'm going to remember. Yeah. And there's going to be a day where he's like, bye mom, I'm going with my friends. And I'm like, okay, maybe that'll be my moment to go do my thing again. But right now I need those moments with him more than he probably needs them with me. And that's why it's just such a balance, but it doesn't mean I can't do my career too. It just looks different. And I do Zoom interviews now instead of going on radio tour. And I, call in to stations, or we do one big show instead of a couple little shows. And it just looks different. And that's okay. And I think we have to talk about that so that the girls don't feel like they've given a career 10 years of their lives in their 20s. And then they go to their 30s and feel like they can't do both. You just shift a little bit.
Yeah. And you have done it so elegantly. And I mean, at least from my point of view, it looks like everything's great. The music that you are putting out is beautiful. The store is doing better than ever, which we'll touch on that. And of course, your son is such a darling, darling young man. I'm head over heels for what your life has become and how you have guided that winding road. I think a lot of women could take a page out of your book.
Thank
not
you.
music wise, in general.
You do. You have to find the juggle, and I'm not saying it is hard. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's some days when I'm like, mom's out, I'm done today. And I think we just have to talk about the fact that you can find it if you want to. And if you don't want to find that career and life balance, that's okay too. And it's just, I've had to find that. And I think if you talk about it, it just lets another mom know, another girlfriend know, like, hey, we're all feeling the same way right now. It's okay. And then it kind of takes that stress off of you. So instead of trying to make it look picture perfect all the time, just talk about how hard it is when it's hard and talk about how good it is when it's good. And then it's going to be fine. Everybody's fine.
Glorified motherhood is just sprinkling glitter on poo. You know what I mean? It's,
yes,
we got to stop that. And I'm not even a mother, but I check in on my mama friends. Like,
you do.
Because I know. I mean, heck, you think there's not a reason why I don't have kids?
It's hard.
I'm not even gonna do it. Of course, I'm gonna keep checking in on my mama friends. Correlate to the rescue always.
We said the same thing when we got married. We're like, if kids are in our future, that's God's plan and it will happen. But we are okay if it doesn't either. And so we were kind of that couple, like it'll happen or it won't, but it's okay. And I mean, obviously we're so glad it did, but we're like, where's the next kid? I'm like, what do you mean? Where's the next kid? Like this was it.
That's when you make them feel really uncomfortable, because we all know that question is a no-no. And if you don't know that by now, open your eyes. That question is a no-no, and just say, I didn't even want this first one. What are you talking about?
There you go. Just flip the script on them.
Make them feel like an a-hole. Well, y'all, we will be back with Adrian Johnston. Love this girl so much. And of course, we got to give you her brand new single now on Maverick 100.9. This is Household Name. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. Maverick 100.9, you heard it here first. That was the latest from Adrian Johnston, Household Name, which of course around Aggie land you are,
Oh, I love it. Thanks to the Aggies for allowing a horned frog to be accepted into their bubble. I really appreciate it.
Girl, when you got pipes like that, we can't turn you away. You know this. New video for this is also out right away, huh?
Yeah, we did. We did a video. I feel like people needed to see the song, which, obviously your lyrics is everything, but to see it and to see why, I feel like they have to see my little boy and how walking through. I told Amy Rankin, who, did the video for me, I was like, Amy, I almost feel like it's kind of my goodbye in a way. And she's like, no, it's not a goodbye. It's just a transition. I was like, I know, but I think we have to say it too. And so just visually walking through an empty theater is kind of how I feel sometimes. Like I'm singing to an empty theater now, and that's okay. Some days, and some days it's not okay. But I think the video, she did such a beautiful job with it, and she married it perfectly with the story and how we truly lived the song as it was being created. And so, I mean, I can't boast about Amy more. Like I'm just still blown away by what she did.
Yeah, definitely a video to check out. Absolutely beautiful. And speaking of beauty, that is the other half of your life, is making women feel beautiful with your clothing store, Sheality. How is that going? What's going on in the Sheality world lately?
Sheality's good. It's funny. I have some girls here today even doing photo shoots for our launches that we try to do every Thursday. We just launched an app where people can shop on the app. so we can send you little notifications. And so Sheality's doing great, and it's our busy season, and it's a totally different outlet, but it's still a creative outlet like music is for me. And so what I love too is, I mean, even just with the music video alone, I didn't go shopping because I just went to the store the day of and pulled something off the rack. And that's what I'm wearing.
Yes.
We didn't have a stylist. We just stole things from my store to wear for a music video.
Guess it's not stealing if you technically own it. So
technically I bought it first. So
what were you thinking getting an app and getting me sucked in? Don't you know I have no self-control?
Come on. Well, I know a girl that can maybe hook you up with something. So
you are too much, but I can dote on her store myself. Everyone that has ever seen me in public knows I love glitter. I love Western. I love clothes that just make me feel awesome. And that's the only thing she carries. So
we only carry awesome clothes. It's true though, because I think the biggest thing that women need to know is it doesn't matter what you pay for a piece of clothing, it's how it makes you feel. And that's what I try to make sure our store feels like. You walk in, and whether you're there with your grandmother or your daughter or your best friend, you're going to have a great time at the store. And you might leave with a $5 hair clip, or you might leave with a $120 pink fur jacket is what I'm looking at currently. So that's all that matters, is you just want to feel good, and you want to have something, you know, that you can spruce yourself up with. And so that's the whole goal, is to have a little something for everybody.
Well, and you touched on a little bit of the inclusivity being the price. You do have clothing in every single price range, but not only that, you also have plus size clothing.
We do. We have clothing in all sizes, extra small through 3X, and everything fits a little bit differently. We're really good about literally trying every piece of clothing on. We do our own photo shoots. We describe our clothes and how it fits, so that every lady who, you know, once you kind of have shopped with us a few times, you know that we've truly tried it on, and we have given you the best shopping experience online that you can get if you weren't able to come in store. And we want everybody to get a little something, and it doesn't matter what size or what price point you can do. It's, you know, we got a little something for you. Even the kiddos, there's a little baby section now because I couldn't not.
You have no self-control.
None. Zero.
Goodness gracious, girl. But yeah, that inclusivity is something that is very rare in fashion still in 2023, which is just unreal to me. And the financial part of it, I mean, there are stores that sometimes they just make us feel uncomfortable, and whether the clothes are too small or we can't afford them. It's not your fault, yet you feel bad after leaving. And I don't think that that's the feeling you should get from shopping.
No. And why would you go shopping if you didn't want to buy something? Like, hello, we're not going shopping because we have nothing else to do. We want to go shopping. So we want it to be something that everybody can be a part of, whether we've got these really cute gifts that we're doing for Christmas where the kids can fill it out for a grandparent. And it's like things I love about grandma. And then you can put that with a gift card for grandma to give for her for Christmas. But I want you to be able to come here and get a little bit of anything. It's not just clothes. It's truly something that I do for my family. Sometimes I'll put men's clothing in here around Father's Day so that my husband can have a little gift, you know, nice little tax write-off sometimes when Sheality can buy it for him. I mean, it's no, like we were talking earlier, it's no 70-inch flat screen TV, but Sheality does want to carry a little something for all.
You are making your way. I mean, you've got a brick and mortar now. Just one? Is that right?
Just one. One.
And an app now. And you can still shop online at sheality.com. But I'm probably going to go download the app. Don't judge me.
Get it.
Hey, I just donated literally 3 closets to human traffic survivors.
That's awesome though. Look at you.
Well, it wasn't up to me. It was up to my body that decided to drop 100 pounds, but still, I could
For greater good.
I could get close.
We always say that you have to clean it out when you run out of hangers, but then you can replace with the new hangers.
Yes. But we don't buy, and I've stuck to, I came close to buying hangers a few weeks ago.
Don't buy hangers. Don't do it.
Not buy hangers. Look at us. See, we're being helpful. We're not pushing you.
We're responsible shoppers.
Exactly.
Only if you have hangers, may you shop at Sheality.
Even Adrian Johnston is thrifty. Look at her go. Look at this. I love it. I've loved our conversation, Adrian, catching up with you, not just about the music, but your life in general always brings me so much joy. And I thank you for bringing your joy to Maverick every time you visit.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It's always good to talk to you.